right. Hello, Haley. How are you doing today?
Hey, girl. Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. You know, I have some allergies going on today, which are why my nose is horribly red underneath. Don't judge me for that. I might be sniffling in your ear all day, but gotta work still.
You still look gorgeous.
Thanks, girl. So do you. Thanks. Good. So I just wanted to ask you a few questions then about how everything went. There's a lot of people that are, you know, kind of like on the fence about doing this, whether it's because they're nervous or, you know, whatever their reason is. So rather than me tell them how much they need to do this or how much fun they'll have, I thought maybe it would be better if it came from the mouth of someone that actually did it before. You know what I mean? So you can tell us kind of like why you did this and what you got from it. So. Sound good?
Yes.
So was there anything that like specifically made you interested in doing it, or was there anything that made it important for you to do, or did it just kind of catch your eye when you discovered it through your friend?
So I met you back in like November, and for like the past year before that, I was really kind of like changing in myself and just really finding who I was and like my power kind of, and it almost seemed like the perfect timing that when we met, it was like, oh, I do boudoir photography, and I was like, all right, this is the next level of being like, okay, you're a boss. Let's do it. And I don't even know. It was like, you just mentioned it and I was like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. I think I messaged you like the next day. It was just something told me in my soul to do it. And I hate to like use the typical like empowering word, but it is so empowering that it made me feel even more like, all right. I'm approaching 30 and I'm like, look at me.
It really is though. I mean, that word empowering too, like sometimes it makes me cringe because it sounds so typical, but that's exactly what it is though. You know what I mean?
It is.
Who would really think that like taking your clothes off in front of a stranger with a camera would make you feel so tough, but like
it's so empowering.
Right. So how did you feel in the days leading up to the session? Were you nervous? Were you excited? Did you feel like you were doing things to prepare?
So I think you remember we had it scheduled for a certain date, and I ended up actually being sick on that date, so we had to reschedule. And our first date that we did was kind of like pretty quickly after me meeting you and deciding I wanted to do this, because I was trying to do it for my anniversary with my boyfriend. So I was like, we need to do it for this date. And I was freaking out before the first date. I was so nervous.
Really?
And then because I just didn't have a lot of time to like wrap my mind around it, I feel like. But then we rescheduled it because I was sick and I had a couple more weeks. And in those few weeks, you and I had talked so much over just Messenger and stuff. And I think by the time that we actually ended up doing it, I just felt like I was going over to my friend's house. Like I don't often take my clothes off at my friend's house, but as if I was going to a friend's house. Like I think I was actually more nervous doing this than I was doing this interview than I was doing the photos that day. And I'm fully dressed right now. So.
That is so funny. Okay, so what did you think the session would be like? Did you have any how did you think it would play out, and was it different than how you expected it to be?
Well, I guess I was kind of I used to watch America's Next Top Model a lot, and so I felt like it was going to be me just having to kind of know what to do. Like, I don't know, does this look sexy? Does this look sexy? Like, I don't know, smize, like Tyra Banks smize.
Oh God, yeah.
I felt like I don't know, I felt like I was going to have to know what to do, and it was going to be very just like, okay, pose, shoot. It was like complete opposite. You told me every single thing to do. So, and like, you'd be like, I remember the one, you're like, okay, now look at me like you got a secret about me. You'd be like, oh girl,
bitch, I know your secrets.
Yeah, like, I know your secrets. So I felt like and I guess what I had to remember too was that like, you don't want me to look bad, because then you look bad too. Like, you know what I mean? I just had to like trust the process, trust you. I'm like, she's not going to make me look stupid. And we ended up, some people may know because they've seen, I ended up doing the robot and doing the birdie and like in lingerie dancing through your house. Right. So it was, I mean, like I said, I think by the end of it, I was like, I just feel like I've been at my friend's house this whole time, which is not totally what I was expecting, but
people think that they're gonna have to know how to be sexy, but what does it even mean? Like,
be sexy.
Yeah, what is that? That's the first thing I learned. Like, don't ever say that to someone. If somebody said it to me, I would be like, I don't even know how to respond to that. Like,
I'd be so intimidated. Like,
right.
like,
right. So that's why, I try and make sure, like, I can pose you from your head to your toes, to your expressions, to everything. You literally have to show up with I mean, not even anything. You show up naked if you want, and we can work with that.
Show up with your body. That's about it.
There we go.
I remember you even at one point, like, you had posed me literally head to toe, and you're like, okay, just relax your right hand, because I didn't realize I was, like, clenching it. And, I mean, that's your job, is to see all those things. So it was good, because I'm like, I really didn't have to worry about anything except for, like, arching my back and
stretching ahead of time, because it's a horrible workout. Were you comfortable getting your makeup and your hair done? Do you feel like that helped focus you in any way? How was that experience for you?
For sure. So, shout out to Shyla. She did an amazing job on my hair and my makeup. And literally, she made me feel so comfortable. Oh, go ahead.
Not to interrupt you, but I was looking at pictures of your hair yesterday, and I was like, hair is phenomenal.
Yes. So, I mean, literally, she made me so comfortable, and I felt so comfortable with her that now she does my hair, like, regularly in real life. Really? So, like, obviously, I felt comfortable with her because now I see her, to get my hair done. But she was amazing. And then, like, me and her were all, like, just talking throughout the process, so I wasn't sitting there thinking, oh my God, I'm about to be naked in front of Kristen. I'm about to take pictures. We were just laughing and just doing our own thing. And I wish she could come do my makeup every day.
I know. She's amazing. Yeah.
Well, and to answer the other part, I feel like I said, the whole purpose of doing, or one of the main purposes of doing this is just to really, like, feel kind of like a boss as a bitch. And, like, who doesn't want to sit like a celebrity in a makeup chair and be like, pamper me,
Yes.
So it helps you get into that mindset of, like, this is for me, this is for me. They're both here to make me feel beautiful, make me feel amazing, and I don't have to lift a finger. So
how did you feel during the actual session? What was your comfort level like? How did did you feel confident? How did all that go?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like except for being tired from, like, physically doing the poses, I felt like I could have just kept going all day. And then, like, I'm like thinking, like, is 3 months later too soon? Like,
never.
Do I need more naked pictures of myself?
How have you been feeling since the session? Did it leave any kind of, like, impact on you? How's your self-esteem? How are you doing these days?
Yeah, well, it definitely did. I was trying to think where to start. So I remember when I first talked to you about it, I was like, well, don't post it. I was like, I'll approve, like, a couple for you to post. Now I'm like, girl, post them all. Post them
These
all.
are my booty cheeks.
I'm like, share them with the world. And I think we've, like, nicknamed you the Booty Queen, because I remember, like, I've never thought anything great about my butt, like, ever. I'm like, it's a butt. It's there. It's whatever. It functions to sit on. Great. But then I legitimately, the first picture you sent me on my butt, I thought you had edited it. And I was like, dang, I'm not mad about it. And you're like, no, that's literally your butt, Haley. And it's so funny because I was looking through my book, like, damn, look at my booty. And my boyfriend's like, finally, like, you're seeing what I've been telling you the whole time.
I just got goosebumps.
Oh, it's seriously, it made me look at my body like, oh my God. And, like, I think, what's funny actually too, is I went to a pool party, a kid's pool party a couple weeks ago. And before the shoot, I was always super self-conscious about, like, taking my shirt off in front of people, like, to wear my bikini. Now I'm like,
you're welcome.
6-year-old's birthday. Like, the little tiny bit of pudge that maybe I was concerned about before, or, oh, my skin's not as tan as I would like it to be, and stuff like that. Looking at those pictures, I'm like, you know what? I have, not to promote jealousy of other women or anything. I don't want anybody to be jealous of me ever. But it was like, I have a body that people would kill for, and I'm so proud of it now. I feel like I'm like,
yep.
Like, and and I've been working out since then. I just recently started working out, and it's not because I'm trying to, like, lose weight or do better. It's just that, like, I love my body, and I love it a lot more now. And I'm like, okay, I just want to take care of this body that I love.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm proud of.
I'm so happy. I'm all getting, like, teary-eyed, and I got chills. Yes. You actually said, like, oh my God, they're still radiating. You actually said, like, the one sentence, which is the entire goal of what I do every single time, which is your boyfriend said that you finally see yourself like how I see you. I've been wanting to do that. Oh my god, I'm like covered in chills.
I just got chills in my head too.
I don't want you to come in and have like some crazy transformation where you don't recognize yourself in the photos and oh my god, you know what I mean? I don't Photoshop people. I told you like I do like skin smoothing just because the camera picks up so many details that we don't see in person. You know what I mean? So I just like smooth the skin out kind of. But like I don't Photoshop people's bodies. I don't take like weight off of people. So those pictures of your booty, like nothing is Photoshopped. And so for you to like see what we see.
I was shocked.
Yes. And there's so many times in the middle of the session, you know, because I show the back of the camera a couple times here and there. Almost every single time, there's people that will be like, oh my gosh, that's me. And that's what I want to hear. But also in my head, I'm like, this is exactly what you look like. Like you looked like this when you walked in the front door. You know what I mean? Now you just have some makeup on and not any clothes. But like, I'm not trying to like transform you into a celebrity in some like crazy glamour shots. No, I want you to see what I see every single time I look at you. So it worked.
It worked. He said actually just the other day, I was watching a video that he had taken of me and I was like, ooh, I was like, look at my booty. I look good in that. And he's like, he said, you've been saying that a lot more lately and I like that. He's like, I think he hates when I put myself down, which I think anybody does. He hates when I like, oh God, I look like crap today. He doesn't like that. And so he's like, you haven't been doing that as much lately. And I'm like,
oh, that's awesome. When you got your album, which was, I'm obsessed with it, by the way. That was the first purple one. Oh, look at, there it is!
I had it ready. It's so pretty.
I love it.
The camera.
Oh my gosh, it looks so good. I love it. So how did you feel when you looked at your album for the first time? Yeah, just hold it right there.
I loved it. So you also remember when I came to pick it up, I actually had my daughter with me, so I couldn't like be too excited because I didn't want her to be like, Mommy, what's that?
Let me see.
I was like, oh. So I was like silent, like, it's so pretty. I like the quality of it is amazing. I literally I've had a couple of girlfriends come over and I'm like, look at this thing. Like, look, this is amazing. And oh my gosh, I've still caught my boyfriend a couple times. I'll go in the room and he's just like,
oh,
I had no idea he was even looking at it. He's just up there just looking at it.
That's so sweet.
It's so nice.
All right. Well, Haley, I appreciate you so much. I already knew how much you loved your session, but like actually sitting down and asking you questions about it and everything, I just got chills the whole time. It made me feel so happy. So I appreciate you. I love everything about you. I'm so glad that you did this. And
ditto.
I'm so happy that you let me interview you for this. Benadryl's kicking in.
Listen, one day I will do another one. I'm gonna have a collection by the time I'm 80. I'll just do like every 10 years.